Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the next thing I'm gonna be doing here today is to review Autodesk, and let's know how the workspace looks like, and let's know which tools is for which, right? So let's open the app. So this is the Autodesk app. I'm going to just open it once, and yeah, I'm going to open it that way. Perfect. So I think it's loading. And yeah, nice. So when opening the Autodesk app, this is what you see. This is what you see at first. Create account, sign in, and I'm not going to do any of that since I'm just going to enter. But if you create an account, you basically have access to the community, which is great, right? So now I'm going to click on this X button. That means to cancel. I don't want to create an account, I don't want to sign it, I just want to create a sketch, right? So yeah, just cancel it from here. So this is the previous sketch I used Autodesk to do, and yeah, that's it. So now the first thing we're going to be looking at is this first tool at the top. This first tool at the top. Now what is in the first tool? Now the first tool here, it says login. So we're not going to do that. There's no connection. So now that's the first tool. It says login, new sketch, gallery, share, preference. Now question mark and support. So this first tool is the tool that is the best tool used to navigate around the entire Autodesk sketchbook, right? So now creating a new sketch, you can just click create new sketch. You can create new sketch. When you click create new sketch, you it displays the resolution you want it to display in 720 by 15. You've probably been using any other sketching apps like like Adobe Sketch, IBT, IBTS Paint, Medibank. You probably see some things like this. So this is just the frame, like how you want it to go, right? So it's telling me now sketch update, save current sketch, save current sketch copy, discard changes, right? So that's basically how you're going to enter your frame, your sketch, your canvas, right? So now this is the custom. The custom, now you can also modify how you want your canvas to be. Now that's it. So and others, right? Others, mobile view, web, film and video. So that's it. So now the gallery in this gallery you have to save your sketch first before you choose any picture. And now the share means to save your sketch, like share, yes, save to device. Others, that others is going to be like upload or send to social media handles. So that's it, right? See, I'll share to some other applications and okay. Now this is Instagram, Airbrush, Art Studio, Bluetooth, Canva, and the rest, right? So that's basically so the next 2 year. Now the next 2 year, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now these are 11 basic tools that I used in Autodesk Sketchbook, right? So now the first tool there is the select tool. So now selecting, the select tool enables you to move. Okay, now this is it. This is the magic tool, the magic word. So if I select a rectangle and I go like this, So basically it's used for selecting. It's used for selecting. Yeah, it's used for selecting. So now this is the other one. You can use these other rectangles as well, and that's it. So now looking at it, if I click the select tool, there are many other okay, click that place. I can click this lasso here, and it says lasso tool. Lasso tool is used to select an area. Let's say I want to select this area, and select this area, then I can add paints to that area as well, and boom, right? So I can add a paint to that area and it will be perfect. So lasso tool is just a kind of tool that is used to select a particular area, and and you blend using that area, and you should be familiar. So this is just basically the lasso tool that is on Photoshop on the system, but it's just there are just few differences that you find with this, right? So yeah, basically that's what that place is all about. So now we're going to the next tool, which is the transform tool. Okay, now the next tool is the transformation tool. And now tap with one finger to move pivot, with two fingers to rotate, pinch to scale, double tap with one finger to reset, right? So now tap and drag with one finger to move. That means you can tap and drag any place with one finger to move. You see? Now you can double tap. You can double tap to go back. You can tap like this, then double tap to go back. Then you can pinch. You can pinch on this. So you want to edit something, you can easily pinch on something. So you double tap to go back. Like, it's that simple, right? So now the first one here is called the distort. So now the distort is used to maneuver the your character or design, right? Because you can also use Autodesk for designs, right? So, but it won't be like the normal designs we know, right? So yeah, so that's basically what is meant for, like, to modify and to move the present. So the next one is the nudge. Tap arrows to nudge pixels by pixels. Drag in the middle for the pork to freely move. Tap anywhere in the canvas to reposition the pork. Okay, so now pixels by pixels. Like, this one is just like the previous one we saw, but this one is more composed, right? So you can actually pick like this, and let's say you want to do a design, and the design is crazy, so you reduce the opacity of this place, and this place is nice, right? So that's basically how to do it. So this place now is called the flip. See, you can flip sideways, flip horizontally. Now this you can flip. So yeah, that's basically all about the transformation. And now we're going to fill the fill tool. So now the fill tool basically is you know is used to fill a certain area, and after picking the colors, you can see how this turns out. So if I come here, okay, let me pick another color. So now if I pick this blue, no, I don't pick blue right now, man. Let me see if I could pick green. Yeah, so dark green for that matter. I need this dark. Yeah, I love this. Oh my god, nice. So basically I pick this green and I click the fill tool. Wow, so it's taking off what it should, right? So basically these are the kind of fills you could get using the fill tool. Sorry for that. Okay. Now there's the fill tool, and now I want to okay. So this is another way of adding the fill tool. And now that another way, let me just show you what I did. I came to this fill and I chose this last one, right? This one here, and it's adding it in boxes. Okay, let me do this. So now see, this is another way of adding the fill tool. Okay, so let me see this. Okay, so you can see what's going on here. It's more like a saturational experience. Okay, so there are many ways of applying the fill tool, and the best way I use is this, which is a solid color, and the solid color will, so after adding those other ones, you could just fill in. Yes, solid colors. So let me just undo all that. I think finish. Let me undo that. So basically, these are ways to actually use the fill tool, and the fill tool is one of the best tools. Okay, the fill tool is one of the best tools around, right? Okay, so this is our basic tool, and you can see me adding the green to the background. It's dull, right? So let's try adding a sharp color or a sharper green to the background. Let's see that. Let's see what's gonna come out, right? So yeah, I'm going to be adding this to the green to the background. Let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah, wow, nice. So now it's pushing the black out, right? It's pushing the black, not just the black, the dark colors. It's pushing it out. So now it's protruding. We are seeing the depth and everything we want to see. So that's basically how to add your fill tool. So now there are other tools here. but I might not go through everything. Now the next one is the guides. The guides is the lines, and you can use lines to guide some things. Let's say you want to draw one line, you could, this like ruler. This is the ruler. This is the first ruler, and they are okay. This is the second ruler here. Curves, for curves is it, and this is the third for eclipse. You could then widen, you could pinch out, pinch in, just to get something out of it, right? So the next one is the symmetry. Now the symmetry is okay, let me just let me undo this guide. Okay, now the symmetry. Okay, okay. Now the symmetry is a way of adding a kind of design, or trying to figure out the middle to add the design, the background designs. See, now we have different see, it says radial symmetry, symmetry X, extend strokes at the center line. So now it's just this place now is just to it's for perspective, right? To know how to place the art and design, right? So that's what the symmetry is all about. So now the drawing style. So let me just exit the symmetry first. Yeah. Okay. Now the drawing style. Now drawing style enables you to use various objects to draw. Now this is a line. You could just use a kind of line, you could use line, you could draw a line like this, and it's just for drawing shapes, right? Oval shapes. Now see this oval shape. So the drawing style is literally for oval shapes, right? I'm sorry, for shapes, right? So now I'll be going to the next one, which is called the predictive stroke. Now the predictive stroke is kindly used for this predictive strokes now is depends on how you want it to be. The previous one was just shapes, so now you can use this one to just like a free tool to draw any kind of shape you want, right? So that's what the predictive strokes is all about. So that's what the predictive strokes is all about, right? So this predictive strokes, okay. So now the next one is import image, right? So here you can import images directly from your phone, which I might not be doing. So that's just a tool to import images, right? So now, okay, this is the brush section, and this is the perspective guide. Space is the perspective guide. So now you have the normal perspective, you have the fisheye perspective, you have the 3 points. Okay, this is the 2 points. Okay, now this is 1 point perspective. This one you have the 2 point perspective, you have the 3 point perspective. Now you have what is it? The 3 point perspective, as usual, the custom grid. Now the customized grid at the same time. So I think the 5 point perspective is not here. I thought I saw one. So basically perspective is used to draw, right? To place your object and all that. So the next one here is the text. So you could add text. You could change the font, which is nice. So yeah. So the next one here is time lapse. Time lapse is used for recording what you're doing and your and apparently I'm not using time lapse, you get, but I'm using a phone recorder, right? So but time lapse now is used to record what you're doing on the Autodesk, right? So Autodesk Sketchbook. So the next place we'll be going to now is the brushes. So this is where you get your brushes, like nice brushes. Autodesk has a lot of good brushes. Now this place is where when you select a brush, you select the brush size and all that. So you could also reduce the opacity and all that. So when you select a brush, you can come here next to select the color of the brush you really want. You can click on any place here, and that's all. And yeah, options. These options are just it's also colors where you can select the kind of design you want to. And now you click cancel at the bottom side. And now the next bar is the layer bar, the layer panel. Well, this is where you do your layers. Your first sketch is here, is the one under the how you do your layers. Let me show you. This is how you do your layers, guys. This is how you do your layers. You could to move the layers. Now see something. I moved this one I moved this layer from the top, and I moved this yellow to the top of this painted brown skin, and the whole picture will change to yellow now. See, so now basically the way you want it to appear is the way it should be, like the way you should arrange it. Now the first one was the original sketch, which I cancelled the outline so that it won't show. I off the eye, right? You could off the eye so that your the sketch won't show up, something like that. So the way I want it to be now, after that outline, after the original sketch on paper, I will this other one will be the next base, like the background color, the background shade should be this. That's why I'm putting it on top of this layer. So the next thing I want to show is this. I want to show the color, so that's why the color is the next one, the next layer. And now the next layer is the outline of the whole image, which I can off. So yes, if I off it, these are 3D. I'm trying to put some depth. I can just add some depth so it will look more like 3D cartoon image. But now I need the outline because I like outline images, so I'll just add the outlines. So now looking at this, this is the text that I added at the bottom below, and yeah, the air is the final part, which is at the top. So that's basically how you arrange your images, right? So now the last part please is to undo the bar, like to off it so that you'll be able to walk around. So now let's go to the next place where